fun time is over, so let's head down to the court. Time for the tip-off. Give me fast breaks on the attack. Will you shoot a three or take it to the rack? Basketball is back, Jack. It's a dream shake down in the post, or a killer cross you love the most. When the offense tries to run and gun, is it man-to-man or box and one? It's big plays and talking smack. That's how you know that basketball is back, Jack. Let me hear you say, basketball, basketball, basketball. Basketball is back, Jack. 360 dunks and pick and rolls. And we're gonna watch it every day till they raise the Larry O. Hard fouls and hook shots. A dagger three and hack a shack. If you say this game's the best, I'll say it's a gag. Basketball is back, Jack. Basketball is back, Jack. Basketball is back. Basketball is back, Jack.
Ah, yes. Good morning, everyone. It is a Friday. We did, everybody. We made it to Friday. That's right. Give it up for Friday. Everybody loves a Friday.
Yeah.
What kind of person doesn't like Friday? What a crew we got here today. Roy and Jeremy and Tony and Mike. I don't know if this crew's ever worked together yet. We'll find out. Dave is here as well. Hello, Dave. How are you?
Well, I'm doing all right, as well as can be expected. I can't see that it's Friday because of the Canadian wildfires. I'm in Pittsburgh, PA, don't you know? And boy, it is apocalyptic here.
All right, so what does that mean? Because I am hearing about, like, you go outside and is the sky like a different color?
Yes, it's orange, and it's obviously 9 a.m. and it's orange outside. But also, when you walk out, it smells like fire. We're nowhere close to Canada where I sit right now. The air stinks of fire. It's wild.
All right, but can we make sure everything's clear for Sunday afternoon for the World Cup? Are we going to be good there, Mike?
It's supposed to rain and clear out some of that smoke, but yeah, I mean, Dan.
Smoke got a mic.
Yeah, Dan's happier than a pig in shit knowing that climate change is coming to the World Cup final.
Why don't we just take, the brand Big Ass Fans? They have them at all the stadiums. They're literally called Big Ass Fans. Why don't you take a bunch of Big Ass Fans, right? And we put them on one side of the stadium, and we all kick them on.
That's great.
And then it just blows that way and try to blow the smoke the opposite way.
The hurricanes.
No, it's too far.
Bomb the hurricanes.
Too far.
That's what I'm saying. So we got a lot to get to here today. The biggest news. I mean, I know there's World Cup, there's climate change, but let's get to serious stuff here. Right across the street at Kaseya Center. Tony, you were there yesterday, right?
I was in the building. Yep. I was in the building. Giannis, Bobby Portis getting introduced, number 7 and number 95. Jeremy was also there, and all the luminaries of the Miami sports media scene were there in the building.
I didn't have to go because they come to me. I spoke. We'll get to that coming up. All right, but what do you got for us here? Do we have something from you from your adventures yesterday at the arena?
Obviously, as you guys know, I've been all in on the Heat this week. Went to junior camp, got the invite there. Hopefully, moving over to camp coming up in earlier part of August and September, try to get to real camp. But I was able to schmooze enough to get into the Giannis press conference. I'm going to see if I can get a question answered. So we put a little package together to see if the boy could get in there and get a question for number 7.
All right, a huge day in Heat history. We're introducing Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis. We just heard Bobby talk. Giannis is coming up next. We're going to go get some food, go look around the arena a little bit, and then come back. Nice little Mediterranean spread. It's the perks of being in the media. You get certain things. The food is one of them.
We've ingratiated ourselves with the Heat. Obviously, summer league over in Vegas. I've proven myself at junior camp. Now I can get real camp. We're trying to do all those things, try and get a Giannis interview one-on-one. Feel like we're close. Right now, I'm going to do a little bit of eating, probably a little bit more schmoozing after this, and hobnobbing to see if we can land a Giannis interview.
Welcome again, everybody. I just want to recognize a few people first. Mariah, his wife, over here sitting next to Vet. Anybody has a question for me or Spo, we'll answer it, and then we get out of his way, and you can all to yourself. That'd be good. Anybody? Yeah, Tim.
Hey, Coach. Ever since you
hopefully, you know, the player that I am, I can fit right in, and I can play. Miami μ' αρέσει επειδή είναι πολύ, you know, I've been with Bobby, I think 6 or 7 years now. We won the championship together.
Okay, that's all. Spo, anything else? We're good.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Tony, why wouldn't they give you the microphone?
I don't know. And Nick, my boy over there, I was trying to get him, you know, hey, over here, look over here.
Now,
it went to all the other luminaries.
When Giannis walked into it was set up in the lower bowl for the visiting audience, for the listening audience. It was set up in the lower bowl, and the media is seated right in front. Now, who was the loudest of those media members who was cheering for Giannis when he walked in? Little unprofessional, if I may add. Who was the loudest of the media members?
I heard somebody screaming from up north in where do you live?
I'm in Cooper City.
Cooper City. I heard somebody from Cooper City. I don't know.
Yeah, very unprofessional shouting for Giannis when he walks in there. I did see this video yesterday because Heat Junior Camp is going on right now, and they brought Giannis, I guess, after he met with the media. They brought him into the practice court to surprise the Junior Heat campers. Because every week, part of the perks with the Heat Junior Camp is you get a player who comes by. But the timing is always awful because it's the summertime and, you know, the players aren't here. So, no offense, but like, hey, everyone, welcome Kashad Johnson, you know, and like that's who the kids all get to take a picture with, you know. It's not Bam. It's someone who's there the whole summer. It's not a star.
When I was there as a kid, Dwayne Wade was drafted, and so they brought in the new rookie.
That's awesome.
Dwayne Wade. And we all got to take pictures, and he like did a bunch of dunks for everyone.
That's
and the
awesome.
Kids were going crazy. It was him and Darrell Wright were the two that I remember meeting.
That's awesome, but that's super rare.
So rare.
You don't get the good players because they're not in town. But Giannis walked in and surprised everyone, and he took questions with the kids. It was that was pretty awesome.
Couldn't have showed up on Monday when I was there?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the question. So the kids got to talk to Giannis, and a lot of media people talked to Giannis. The only person down there who didn't
Tony.
is Tony. Am I right about that?
Jeremy Taché didn't talk to him either, so.
That was by choice.
What exactly, what the hell happened there? What was that whole thing we just sat through? That minute-long video we just saw was primarily Tony eating food and not talking to Giannis. What was so difficult about it? It was a press conference where you were supposed to ask questions.
I know.
You're the press. Why didn't you get in a question?
There was people that were more pressing to get to.
I mean, this is a failure, and I think
I agree. It's a complete failure. Complete failure.
Okay. All right. As long as we can, I just want to keep things open and honest here. I don't want to just breeze past it.
By the way, the video was not primarily me eating food. There was 2 seconds of me possibly eating food.
A lot of discussion about you getting food.
Would you call yesterday? I mean, so it's a failure. Like, we sent you there hoping you were going to leave. Like, you couldn't shoehorn a question in for Giannis?
That one guy tried to. I don't know, Jeremy, if you were there. One guy tried to do it without the mic.
Sheldon Fox.
Sheldon Fox almost got taken out of the building.
It was so funny. It was so funny because it's, you know, he's used to sort of the news
Sheldon
press
Fox,
conferences.
WSVN.
Yeah, and he's like a great news reporter. He might be my favorite news reporter in the market because he understands that he's dramatic. Like, he knows how outlandish his voiceovers are.
All right, we're not looking for Sheldon Fox's bio, but continue.
Okay.
Long story short, he tried to do it without a mic when they opened the floor for questions, and then all of a sudden they were like, no, it's mics only.
Great description.
That's what they did.
I want to hear. So I want to hear from Giannis because one of the things I think is interesting when a player is acquired by the Miami Heat is the first conversations that they have with Pat Riley. So here's Giannis.
And when I was younger, I told him, I said, when I was younger, we had the practice here, and I went to your office and I was like snooping around, you know, to kind of see what the great Pat Riley was about because his office is right there next to the court. We had the conversation. I told him I'm excited. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to do whatever I can for the team to respect and you guys' culture and history, and hopefully I can leave a mark here, and hopefully turn out for the best. And not hopefully, it will turn out for the best.
I find him, and look, full disclosure, I'm going to be super biased now toward Giannis. All right, that's just the way it is. It's okay for me to be hypocritical about my fandom, Dave, because I'm completely self-aware of the hypocrisy, all right? Like, I'm going to be very pro Giannis now, and I'm going to like the things that come out of his mouth. So I think my hypocrisy is okay as long as I admit to it, right?
I guess so. First of all, I think a lot of people have seen the video or heard the Argentinian play-by-play guy on the go-ahead goal the other day and how euphoric that was and how great that was and how that added to the moment, even retrospectively, to hear that. It was great stuff. Of course, you can be a homer if you want to be. I do have to say that, although I didn't hear anything in that remark that was remarkable, but I'm not biased as you are. I do have to say, as an outsider, what the hell's going on down there with this Heat culture business that requires incoming superstars to change their numbers? LeBron, he flipped, obviously, to number 6 when he arrived in Miami, and now Giannis is doing the same thing with number 7. What in the hell? And by the way, call me an old man, but changing your number during your career dings your legacy. It makes it hard to it gives you one more layer of things that's hard to sort of categorize and quantify, right?
I don't know. I kind of, well, as far as Giannis changes number, I kind of liked what his explanation was, where he was saying that he's 34 in Milwaukee. That version of Giannis stays in Milwaukee. I'm starting something new here, so I'm number 7. Like, as far as LeBron changing his number, I can't speak to that, but I get what Giannis was doing there, and I thought that was very respectful, if anything, about his time in Milwaukee. But, of course, you're also referencing, like, there have been other players, too, who have changed their numbers when they come to Miami. But specifically, I'll tell you, Dave, I got a DM from someone yesterday in regards to LeBron, and we're like, if LeBron comes to the Heat, what's his number going to be? Because, all right, he's only worn 2 numbers in his career, number 23, which has been retired by a few teams in the league, including the Miami Heat, because of Michael Jordan, and number 6, which is retired across the entire league because of Bill Russell. So if the Heat sign LeBron, I have no idea what number he's going to wear.
Who even, with this Heat culture that you're so proud of, apparently means so little that you just decided when you revealed Giannis to the world that now you no longer wear red and orange. Now you're pink. That's it. That we're just making. We've decided this is the new direction of your proud organization.
I'm with Dave on this one. What? Just the whole Nike strategy when it comes to NBA uniforms is maddening. I like turning on a TV and knowing who's home and away.
I'm so with you.
You're at home in the NBA, you wear white.
You wear white.
You're on the road, dark unis.
You wear colors on the road.
Yeah, occasionally mix up the alternate on the road.
I can't.
Lakers can't. We get
Lakers,
it's okay for the Lakers home gold.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Gold is closer to white than it is to the away.
Yeah. I'm totally with you. Matter of fact, it took me a long time to get used to this in hockey, because in hockey they used to wear home white colors on the road. They flipped that, I don't know, like 15 years ago, something like that, maybe 20 years ago. That took a little bit getting used to. I still don't.
It was actually flipping back. I've taken my concerns, the same concerns, to one Gary Bettman. I did this about 20 years ago, and he said that way back the home team wore the colored jersey.
Okay.
And he said, I'm going back to that tradition. And I said to him, who do you think is alive at this point that remembers that day?
Yeah.
The home whites. And the reason you do it, of course, is because you, if you're a season ticket holder or a regular attendee at the arena, it's nice when the road team comes in and they go out onto the ice. Some of my memories of seeing the Buffalo Sabres skate out in their electric blue with those gold socks and everything, striking stuff.
You're right.
Now it's the same team over and over again. Why? I mean, like, it's another team
You're
coming
right.
out there in another white jersey. What gives? It's terrible.
I never thought of it like that. You're 100% right. Every team that comes into your building is wearing the same white. That's boring as hell.
Look at the Red Wings. Look head to toe. Look at them in that glorious red and white. What uniforms these are. It was a different experience every night at the rink.
I know the Heat, the NBA, they're not going to like me saying that. The NBA is going to be really mad at me. Sometimes they have conversations. You hear what Zaslow said? The Heat and the NBA, they're going to be really mad at me. But I hate all the different jerseys. I hate all the different jersey colors. And even with the Heat, look, I mean, whatever, they're going to be mad. Like the mishmash. And
it's just terrible. Looking back, whenever they do decide that,
I don't like
hey, this was a bad approach, we're going to look back at these NBA finals and say, what are we doing? The Knicks were wearing blue at home during the NBA finals.
Yeah.
This is all wrong.
Yeah, the Heat.
That's absolutely right.
I think the Heat should go back to the OG uniforms. The original
love those.
home uniforms. Those are hot as hell.
That's right. White hot is a part of our franchise's history.
Hot as hell, those jerseys. The original white with the big block letters.
Yeah, the block lettering.
Come
I'd love to see
Piping
that.
on just one side.
Come on,
Yeah, so
son.
interesting.
I can close my eyes and visualize the Pogo Man, Mark Strickland,
That's what I'm
dunking.
saying.
It's
Pogo
fascinating.
Man was at the junior camp.
Oh, yeah?
I said what's up to him.
Man, Pogo Man.
No way.
Yeah, it was Mark Strickland and G Money.
Yeah.
Those are the two
Wow.
coaches. this
Pogo
week.
Man. Hops.
Maybe we could get
guy.
Tony to go over there and not tell Pat Riley about our decision here.
I could do that.
Yeah, you were good at it. We saw. You were good at doing nothing, sitting there while Giannis
Well, I talked to
spoke.
Bobby Portis.
Well, Giannis.
Did you get him first?
That's for Zaz to say. His show.
So I'm sitting around waiting for Bobby Portis yesterday for my timed spot, okay? 2 o'clock. 2
You were
o'clock.
here in this studio.
No. I went home to
Okay.
the Zaslow Mansion Network Studios, all right?
The flagship studio.
I went home to the Zaslow Mansion Network Studios, and I
Presented by DraftKings Sports, now available in all 50 states.
I'm punctual, okay? I'm there. I'm ready. I'm signed on. I don't need to go across the street to the arena. They're going to come to me. They're going to sign on. They're going to set up a computer. They're going to get on my stream, and Bobby Portis can be there at 2 p.m. And a few minutes before 2 p.m., I'm about to get Bobby. He's like wrapping up whatever he was doing there, whatever other spot. I text Tony. It's like, hey, man, I got Bobby coming up in a couple minutes. You get him yet? And, Tony said he got him 30 minutes ago.
Huh. You know, they got a word for that, Zaz.
It's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I had more time with him too.
You know that word that they got for that?
Don't say it, man. Don't say it. All I'm saying is I got him on time.
You did.
I got him on time.
I got him early.
Stop making that. Stop doing that. You stop doing that right now. You stop doing that.
He's spelling. Should I say it?
Don't ever say that about me. 2 things that everybody knows about me. Number 1, I'm not a cuck. Number 2, I'm always on time for my interviews. And so I was on time yesterday. I'm waiting for Bobby Portis, and Tony already got him.
I was sitting, waiting, and watching you on your iPad.
What?
I was watching you, and I was sitting there like, oh.
Usually he's the one that watches.
I know, but I had already finished, and I went over. I had already finished 30 minutes prior.
That's wonderful.
So I show up, and I'm like, oh, look at Zaz. You know that the Simpsons meme where it's, I don't know what the guy's name is, and he looks down and says pathetic? That's what I was looking at you like, pathetic. Look at him waiting there, just twiddling his thumbs and checking Twitter and seeing, hey, is Bobby Portis going to show up? I was about to unmute and put the camera on, and then 6 people attacked me like Monsters, Inc. and like held me back.
Yeah, they know not to F with me.
Took the iPad and took it to another part of the room.
That's right.
And I was like, wow, Zaz has some clout.
That's right.
Some juice.
Some juice.
That's right.
Then I explained to the guy, I was like, hey, I work with Zaz at the Le Batard Show. Like, it's all good. I was just going to mess around with him. He's like,
Yeah, we don't know who you are.
he's like, no, you can't mess with him.
That's right.
But then I had 10 minutes with Bobby, so.
They show me respect. I want to go back to Giannis. So yes, Tony won. All right, Tony won the Bobby Portis showdown yesterday.
I haven't
All right.
forgiven Giannis yet.
For
everything.
just his behavior this past
Yeah.
year. Well, that's why I said, Dave. That's Mike saying he has not forgiven Giannis for his behavior this year is why I have no problem pointing out my hypocrisy because I'm okay with it all now because it benefits me. That's what being a fan is. I'm allowed to be hypocritical about it. That's the transaction. If you're doing things for me, I like you. If you're doing things that are not for me, I don't like you.
He has to play well. Then I'll think about it. I still
Yeah,
booze out.
absolutely. But of course, the delusion is that this guy who moved over to the U.S. of A. from Greece cares as much about the Heat as you do, Zaslow, who's been rooting from them from day one. Of course, we must delude ourselves on this level, but I want to make Tony feel a little bit better, or you, I guess, Zaz, because this happened to me a few years ago. I was waiting at NFL Network. Peyton Manning was doing a preseason media tour in 8-minute chunks, like you were just doing with Portis, in 8-minute things, and I was up next, and I hear Peyton Manning on satellite. I'm sitting in the studio waiting for my turn with him. And Peyton wraps the last interview and then says to the PR guy seated next to him off camera, like, who's next? And you hear the voice say, like, NFL Network. And he says, who's doing the interview? And the guy says, Dave Dameshek. And he's like, yeah, lose that one.
Oh. For you to hear? For you to hear?
I was in heaven. Well, also, I once said that when Peyton... I don't know if you heard, he didn't play his best football in January, because it would get windy out and chilly, and he didn't like that. And I pointed that out repeatedly. And he said during the season, one season, he wound up going to the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, that was the one where the ball got snapped over his head to start the game. But prior to that, somebody asked him, where did this narrative come from about that you're not good in the playoffs? And he said, whoever came up with that narrative can stick it where the sun don't shine. So I took a book. I had a book made up that said Peyton Manning stinks in the playoffs by Dave Dameshek. And I went at media day and I was like, Peyton, I'm the one who wrote that book on you. Can I take it out now? And he said, no, keep it up there. So the sheriff, I don't know if you know, he's the sheriff.
Yes.
But the sheriff considered David outlaw, not worthy of his time. Keep your chin up, Tony Anzaz.
This happens to me when I'm on ESPN. I'm afraid it's going to happen to me the way it happened to Dave one day, where I'm doing a show on ESPN radio, and we're at commercial break, and I could hear in cue, like it's how I communicate with the studio there in Bristol. And so I could hear in cue when we have a guest coming up, And so I could hear the producer dialing the guest, and hey, Michael Jordan, it's good. Thanks for coming on the show. I could hear them, and they always tell them who you're going to be on with. They don't know who the hosts are, all right? And so it's like, hey, you're going to be on with so-and-so and Jonathan Zaslow. And I could always hear the guests, too. I could hear it faintly, but, like, they're in queue. So I could hear them, and I'm always waiting for the time that the guests are going to go, I hate that effing guy. I'm always
I lived it, Zaz. I lived it.
For it. Yep. You lived it. Every time they make that call to a guest, I'm waiting for one of them to say something like, the dopey guy from Le Batard, hate that guy. I'm waiting for it every time.
It's liberating, Zaz. It's liberating. It's not like they say about doing stand-up and bombing. Until you do it, you realize, like, I didn't die. I think it's delightful that Peyton Manning gave me the hi-hat.
Zaz, is it worse to say...
Check now, lose that one.
Is it worse that I effing hate that guy, or who?
No, who's okay?
Who's okay?
Who's okay? Yes. Like, that's... I do not care if they've never heard of me.
No, Zaz. John Madden and Reggie Jackson park their cars in the same garage, and I'm along with them. If they ain't booing, they don't know who you are. That's not who you want to be.
Yeah, but the people who are booing, you don't then have to talk to for the next 10 minutes, okay? Like, I'd rather them not know who I am than boo me.
Well, no, see, I am complicated enough with my self-esteem that I think that there's a chance that I might win them over in those 10 minutes.
So Giannis is talking about LeBron yesterday. Everyone now, I guess, is in their comfort zone where, look, this decision's about to happen. Let's make our final pitches, right? So here's Giannis giving his 2 cents on what's going on with LeBron.
If there was a scenario for that to happen, I'll be very, very excited. He's one of the best players to ever play this game, if not the best. I'll be able to learn so much from him. Obviously, he brings such a championship experience to the team. Right from day one, I think he's still one of the best players in, if not top 25. He has to be up there. You don't see signs of him slowing down at all. You saw in the playoffs how effective and good he was for the Lakers. But I'm just like everybody else. We don't have all the information. All the information is in LeBron James' hand and his family hands, and he's going to make the best decision for him. And the history have showed that he's always made good decisions for his career, and I hope if he thinks that the Miami Heat, that's a good decision for him. I would love for him to be here.
I think we're going to find out Sunday night. I think we're getting there. with
Post
LeBron.
World Cup?
Yeah. I think we're going to find out Sunday night. I thought, we find out Sunday night because World Cup's over by 5:30 p.m. Eastern, okay? And if he makes the announcement on Sunday night, news drops on Sunday night, you have the very start of the Monday morning news cycle. World Cup's over, there's nothing else going on, and you're getting the A block on every TV show starting Monday morning. I think we find out Sunday night. And even yesterday, I thought, remember I brought it up a few days ago, I think there's a chance that he can mention it at Fanatics Fest. Yesterday he was at Fanatics Fest, and he was on stage with Tyrese Halliburton, and, he did a whole spiel where, I'm not going to hold everybody up too much longer, all right? So obviously he did not announce it there, and if he wasn't going to announce it there at Fanatics Fest, which, by the way, this Fanatics Fest, you see the prices? What a racket. Oh, my God. Dave, come on, am I wrong? Is anything wrong? My goodness. I don't know how much it costs to get into Fanatics Fest. It's definitely very expensive. I saw an autograph to stand in line for Jalen Brunson. You know what it costs to get a meet and greet autograph with Jalen Brunson?
I don't.
It's $1,000.
Sweet Jesus. All right. That seems a little heavy there. I'm sorry I laughed. You just never sounded more like an old Jew than you just did for... What a racket. Am I right?
Mike, did you see this? So at Fanatics Fest, it's like Comic-Con for athletes, all right, for folks who don't know. And it's all kinds of athletes and also wrestlers. WWE stars is a major thing at Fanatics Fest. And, they have all kinds of, activities for...
I know where you're going to.
Yeah.
It's a dark day in Cuban American history.
They have all kinds of activities for fans, including things like kicking a field goal, all right? Kick the football through the field goal posts. So watch this, Dave. This is Cody Rhodes, all right? Former 3-time WWE champion. Here's Cody Rhodes taking a stab at kicking a field goal. Watch toward the field goal post, which is, it's about a 15-yard field goal attempt, but who cares about that? He doesn't even get the ball off the ground. Now, like I said, he's the former WWE champion. He lost the title a few weeks ago. If I'm WWE, I got to have a conversation with Cody. I'm like, you cannot be our champion and out there looking unathletic like that. How, Mike?
Have you seen him shoot hoops too?
No.
That was a tough look. And it's not like in the ring he's not athletic. This is bad.
You can't be the You can't be the heavyweight champion.
Well, he's not anymore.
I understand. Well, maybe he never
Stuff
should
like
be
that.
again.
Nope. I'm telling you.
That's
I would
a
like to
disgrace.
see this as this harkens back to, I think we've had the conversation about the great old TV show that would be the best if they would bring it back was Superstars, which was they took the greatest stars of our major sports and they did a sort of a decathlon of things, not just running and throwing a javelin. No, it was like par 3 and ride the bikes and an obstacle course and so on and so forth. We need to go back to that. And I think it's rote and done. This thing of throwing out the opening pitch and evaluating them. I like this update. Now we should see all athletes try to kick a field goal because that was an atrocity. What I just looked at.
His gait.
All of wrestling should be ashamed.
His gait looked worse than Greg Cody's.
All right, so how about this, Dave? You just saw Cody Rhodes, all right? You saw that pathetic attempt. Which was worse, Cody Rhodes with that pathetic attempt of a field goal, or Greg Cody, who a few days ago we got video of him taking penalties with his granddaughter in goal? Check this out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll get it for you in a second. I want you to imagine it. There it is.
Well, I've seen
Here,
it, but
let's rewind it here so Dave can see it again, so I could set it up properly. Here is Greg Cody taking a shot against his granddaughter.
I mean,
Go get it.
His gait was better. His gait was better.
Look how sad Greg Cody is. Look how disappointed he is, Dave. He's ashamed.
his sense of
himself.
his etiquettes were not good that day, though. Go get it. Go get it.
Well,
old
no,
man.
because
You're the one who kicked
first
it.
she yelled, "I'm not getting it."
Well, I mean, disrespectful, but nevertheless, I think that is the rule, right? Same thing as wiffle ball. If you're the one who hits a foul ball backwards and it goes down the hill, into the creek, you're the one who's responsible for going.
That's
to get
exactly
it, not
right.
your foe.
That's exactly right, Dave. Like
Yeah,
for
it's the
Greg
same
to
thing.
kick
It's like
that,
if-
go get it. You got to go get it yourself. And that was, by the way, that was Chris Cody yelling at his daughter, "No, you go get it."
That's right.
Like you're going to have to be the one that goes to get it. But the fact that Greg could kick a ball that wide of the goal and then have the gall to pretend like someone should go get that soccer ball for him, it's a level of disrespect that I can't imagine having for my future grandchild.
I agree, but I think this does open up an opportunity to see how all of you look kicking field goals. I don't think it's really fair ultimately to judge Greg or the former wrestling guy, Cody Rhodes, whatever his name is.
It's not former. He's a current wrestler.
He might be a former wrestler after what we saw.
He should be.
Right.
You said Champagne. I said
Yeah.
Champagne.
Okay.
I don't know that he's at it anymore. But yes, I would like to see all of you try to make a field goal. And in the meantime, I do have to say, because I took Tony to task slightly, good form on the jumper. I did see that when you were at the junior camp, and you look pretty good.
Thank you.
I still want to see the one-on-one of Tony v. Mike.
I don't know if
That's not going to work out for me.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a team defender.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, like I can D him up and make his life hard.
Who
but
was it again? A mixture between Dennis Rodman and
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitch
Yeah.
Robinson. But
Okay.
prime Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
don't
course.
forget Prime.
I got a
Not
boo-boo.
Dallas Mavericks version.
I got a boo-boo right here, eating glass. You see this?
What is he
There's
doing
like
to
a
you?
Purple,
What is that?
Purple line down
It's okay.
there.
It's just a finger. It doesn't mean anything.
It's what Peyton
Jam-
Manning did to me.
Jammed it, toughed it out, finished the game, went 4-1 on the court last week, and today had the sniffles, still showed up.
Am I the only one who thinks this is remarkable? So Pat Riley, of course, spoke yesterday as Giannis was being introduced to the Miami media. And it's a short, mention, but here's Riley when he was asked, just how special it is to be able to get this deal done with Giannis.
I got a call after about a month of discussion, and the call came late, and he said to me, "We have a deal." And he closed the deal, and we both sort of screamed out loud, "Yeah, we landed the plane." Now there's another one we have to land, but I just want to welcome Giannis here.
So
Klay Thompson.
Another one we have to land.
we landed the plane. Now there's another one we have to land. Dave, it's very exciting. Come on.
I guess so. I don't want to get in the way of your boundless enthusiasm. I'm excited for you. I just do come back to the question, sorry to be a cynic, but if you add LeBron to that mix, do you really think that that's a team that can go to the finals?
Yes.
I don't have the answer. I'm not
Yes.
trying to get
I
in
do
your
have
way
the
of that.
answer. I do.
Yeah,
What is it, Mike?
I think it's a team that can go to the finals.
It's a team that can go to the finals.
But something that, this sounds out there now, and I watched ESPN chew on it with a bunch of NBA insiders, and Brian Windhorst was there. And I've been
What'd he
chatting
say?
with Brian Windhorst, and he's kind of been warming up to the idea
Yes,
of
last
Miami.
few days it's been what Miami makes sense.
And he was the one that posited that, most people are looking at this like it's a one-year deal. And is Miami the best equipped to win a championship in this 1 year in a vacuum? Probably not. There are probably better options. I concede that. Cavs got further than the Miami Heat. But he did mention that this could be a multi-year thing. And if it is indeed a multi-year thing, that's a horse of a different color, because the Miami Heat are well-positioned to add to this team beyond this year.
Well, and LeBron knows it was my second year in Miami that we made, more moves and won.
If this is more than a one-year deal, the prospect of going back to the Miami Heat is a bit sweeter.
And when LeBron was talking at Fanatics Fest yesterday about his free agency, he talked about the final years of my career, and then was like, or maybe a couple of years, maybe a year, kind of correcting himself. But it's interesting that he did sort of first by gut say the final years of my career. And look, we all saw it. Like, the guy led a team through a playoff series. It's not like he's not a great player in the league anymore.
Let me hear a little bit more of Pat Riley. This was from ESPN.
We've had conversations with Rich, and they were very good. So if that happens and he wants to come to the 305. We got a golf course, okay? The weather's nice, Steve Kerr. Same thing down here. And there's no state tax, so that's a little better in California. But anyway, he's got a decision to make, and he deserves the time to go play where he wants to play, whether he's going to end his career in a city or there could be another move. But there hasn't ever been an athlete like him, as durable as him, and I can only think of one, and that was Kareem.
That's interesting there because Riley has said many a times Kareem's the greatest basketball player of all time.
That's mighty big of him to allow him to sign anywhere that he wants as an unrestricted free agent.
I'm amazed. Like, yes, okay, we've known the Heat are in it because we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, but hearing Riley directly talk about LeBron James coming back to the Miami Heat, it's staggering to me, considering how bad everything ended 12 years ago, that Pat Riley there is openly speaking about LeBron coming back to Miami.
This week, we have Steven Nelson. He is an NBA TV host, which you might say, like, what? Why would you have an NBA TV host? That's because he's one of the play-by-play voices for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is a great new guest here on the Pitch Clock. I really, really enjoyed this conversation. You guys are going to like him. I'm going to try to get him on the main show sometime, too. So Steven Nelson is here, and Chris and I continue to square off in our Pitch Clock trivia. I'm starting to get nervous. We're heading toward the trade deadline. We might want to bring some other people in. We'll see if maybe we come up with like a phone a friend scenario or something starting soon. Either way, this is getting hotly contested as we head into the second half. So, trivia as always, Steven Nelson of the Dodgers broadcast, and you can watch it all on the Pitch Clock on the Le Batard YouTube channel.
Coming up this Friday on Mystery Crate, which you can find on YouTube, anywhere you get your podcast. Please subscribe, please like, please follow. Please join.
Please.
Just do it all.
Please.
Join us on Mystery Crate. We got a lot today. Rose is playing Finish the Lyric. It's my new favorite game we do on Mystery Crate. We got a couple more of those. We are not ranking.
We're doing top 3 Nolan movies of all time.
Top 3 Christopher Nolan
So that is
films
ranking.
of all time. That is ranking.
You've only seen 2 of them.
And I am the biggest. You just ruined my joke. I'm the foremost expert on Christopher Nolan movies.
Fantastic.
So make sure to check in.
I'm
for
the
my,
5 most.
Yeah, the 5 most.
We are also possibly living in a simulation.
That's always
with
a question.
with the Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal photo.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff on that.
We imagine what Dan would look like if he was the way Messi would christen young babies to be the next great soccer player. We want Dan to do that. That's basically what's happening in that photo.
Good episode of Mystery Crate. Check it out.
Do you like breathing hot neck on the neck of hot?
Wow. Are you turned on?
Do you like
Dangling.
breathing hot neck?
What's going on here?
Do you like
Sexy.
breathing hot neck?
You have been dry humped many, many times.
Intimate.
You have been dry humped many, many times.
A little pelvic thrust situation.
I like that.
Have you ever consoled a naked man before?
What does it feel like to get dry humped?
I saw pee-pee.
I've never consoled a naked man.
Breathing hot neck.
I've never consoled a naked man.
Many, many times.
I saw pee-pee.
People out there, stop sending me pictures of the hotel rooms with the chair, okay? Stop sending those to me.
I like that. I like that. He was naked.
Intimate.
Dangling.
I would hold that thing really tight.
How would you do it?
What's going on here?
Do you like
Sexy.
breathing hot neck? Do you like breathing hot neck?
I've been dry humps.
You never know.
I've been dry humps.
Many, many times.
I've never consoled a naked man.
Have you ever consoled a naked man?
I've never consoled a naked man.
Many, many times.
You never know. I like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Chris Cody and Roy revealed this to me. And Roy, I don't know the context of what it is that you guys were talking about that revealed this about Chris Cody.
Yeah, Chris asked me what the sound
from the first down for the Dolphins games were. And I said
it's just a noise I've made throughout my entire life. It's just like I just did it. Hoo-wah!
Yeah.
And to me, that's another Miami Dolphins first down.
Well, let's find out.
Hoo-wah!
Let's find out if your dad knows, because he's not a real moviegoer. Instead of impersonating the sound, do you have the actual sound? Greg Cody, do you know who's making this sound?
Hoo-wah! I do.
Clark Gable.
Come on.
It's the famous actor.
Rock Hudson.
Oh, this is great. He doesn't know it.
No, it's the famous actor. And I got to pin his name down because I don't think
you should be able to say this immediately.
I don't think it's Robert De Niro.
No.
But I think it's
in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood. Give me a second. Robert De Niro.
Humphrey
Al Pacino.
Hey, there you go.
If someone said that in his headphones, you're fired.
Now, what movie?
Nobody said
what
that.
Movie?
It's APAC. What movie?
Streetcar Named Desire.
You ain't you. No. You're not man enough to know the truth. Something like
No.
That's A Few Good Men, and that's A Few Good Men.
Good answer.
And it's you're not man enough to know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Don't know.
It's a different movie. Pacino was not in
You're
it.
not man enough to know the truth.
That was originally a line. Nicholson ad-libbed.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Was Pacino in A Few Good Men? Was a blind Pacino?
Okay, who did he say? Who said hoo-ah in what movie?
Let's keep going. Let's see how long it takes you to get.
Play it again.
I think did he win an Oscar? I think he won an Oscar for this.
Yes.
Bull Durham.
No.
Good answer.
Put it on the
Raging
poll.
Bull. Raging
Put it on
Bull.
the poll.
Raging
No.
It's a bull movie.
Just naming De Niro movies.
Red Bull. I don't know.
Put it on the poll. Was a blind Pacino in Bull Durham?
Chicago Bull.
And put it on the poll as well. Was a blind Pacino in Raging Bull? First of all, it's a really random thing to have stick in a Dolphin.
I say it all the time.
No, but it's been for 30 years. That movie's 30 years old. I don't want to tell him what the
This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show is presented by DraftKings. It's available in all 50 states. DraftKings, the crown's yours.
So I saw the NHL came out with their schedule for next season. The Florida Panthers did a whole thing on. I think did the Florida Panthers send a tweet out for every game, all 84? It's 84 now. Dave, did you know that's 84 games in the NHL schedule now? Let's unmute Dave. Did you know that, Dave?
I did know it, and I didn't care for the news when I heard it first, and I don't care for you bringing it up once again here.
Okay, very good. I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah, not only did they do that thing on Twitter where they posted 84 tweets for each game, they posted an 8-hour video on YouTube that you could put on your smart TV as like filler.
Make me watch that.
Yeah, you can go to sleep to that.
So the NHL came out their schedule yesterday, but Adam Silver yesterday at Fanatics Fest, quote, where LeBron plays affects the schedule. I'd like him to make his announcement already so we could finish the schedule. That's a funny little side note where they have to make their Christmas games and their opening night games and how many national TV games they're going to give, Team X, whatever it is.
The Miami Heat.
Okay, so the Heat's national TV allotment, I don't think will be affected by if LeBron goes to play for them because they have Giannis. They're going to get.
No, I think you're wrong here.
You don't think they're going to get a maximum amount of games right now
No.
just from having Giannis?
No.
Because there's a maximum. It's not like we can put every game on.
No, I don't think they get the max.
They get the max if they have LeBron.
What is the max? Do we have any idea?
I have no idea, but they'll
I
get.
think it's 22.
I was going to say, I
Just
feel like
totally
it's something
guessed
in the
that.
20s.
I made it up.
You don't think they're getting the maximum allotment of games with Giannis Antetokounmpo joining Miami? I think you're wrong. I think they will have the maximum.
I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right.
I think you're wrong.
Milwaukee wasn't on national TV all that much. Miami, when
Well,
they
they
don't
stunk
have
the year
LeBron-
before. They stunk.
When Miami doesn't have LeBron, they don't get the max.
Well, forget about the number of national TV games.
It's 22.
22?
It's 34. Yeah. Really? Well, like I told you, I made it up.
Are we just shouting numbers?
Yes, and brother, what do you want from me?
So what it does affect is like, all right, if he goes to Miami, then, we need to make sure Miami versus, Cleveland is national TV. Or
That would be a good game.
we need to make sure Miami versus LA is on national
Don't
TV.
forget the Knicks.
So it's just funny how you have a $1 billion industry, the television rights with the NBA has to sit around and wait.
It's got to be Knicks Spurs, right? No matter where LeBron goes. It's got for like the main event, the afternoon game. No, for Christmas.
Well, the Knicks always have the noon Christmas game
but-
at MSG.
Yeah, is that a tradition?
Yes.
They always have the noon one because they suck.
No, I think it's a tradition. It's a New York
No, it's
City.
not. It's a recent tradition.
Okay.
It's a recent
Well,
tradition.
again, we're going to do the thing we're just saying things.
No,
You
it's
think-
not. No,
You say
they
one thing,
weren't.
I say another
no,
thing.
No, How
Go
long
back
does
and
this
forth.
date back? How long does this date back?
Probably since they did 5 games on Christmas Day.
All right, so that's all right. So like a 6-year tradition. Cool. They can move them to the afternoon.
All right.
It'll be Spurs Knicks.
Do you want to place a
I'm
bet
reporting
right now that you can report it.
They're
hey,
not putting Spurs Knicks at noon. They're
okay,
not doing that.
So it sounds like you and I are going to bet.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Now, I don't care who the Knicks are going to play. The wager is.
Wait, what time is the NFL game? Because now the noon window might be the marquee window for the NBA.
Nope, that's not.
Let me
what
check.
That's not what we're wagering
check.
on. The wager is.
You know what? I still feel good about this.
Are the Knicks going to host the noon Christmas Day game? And I say they definitely are, and you say they're not, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bullshit tradition.
Okay.
5 straight years.
That's it? Just 5?
They're 4-1. It's since 2021. Remember, 2020 we didn't have
What
a
happened that
standard
year?
Christmas game. I don't know if you remember this, but there was a delay in the schedule for a media concoction.
COVID.
So last night, I don't know if you guys are aware. I always send a tweet out. I want to make sure everybody knows. All right. And last night, Dave Damashek, it was movie night for the Zaslow men.
I'm jealous.
Me and my son, do you go to the theater still very often?
Me, I go all the time. It's me and the kids. It's a regular thing. Any movie we want to see, we're there on Friday night.
Oh, wow. Because like I go to the theater. I go to the theater often enough. We see every superhero movie, of course, in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
And we see horror movies. We love horror movies, all right? I go to the horror movie theater. We take my son. Well, it's not an actual horror movie theater. It's a movie theater that we see the horror movie. You know what? I might, if I can get some investors, I might make a horror movie theater.
This is a banner idea.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I said that not on purpose, but I think I may have fallen face forward on $1 billion idea. If I can get investors, I might open up a horror movie theater. Now, I haven't laid out the details, the actual plan yet, Dave, but I think this is the start of something that could be really big.
You're like Billy Blazejowski. You're an idea man. We'll let Taché and Roy and everybody else figure out crossing the T's and dotting the I's, but I like the spirit of where you're going. Is this theater, do you think, cold? Probably, because it's a horror
Cold,
house?
damp.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm up for ideas.
Like there's puddles on the floor when you walk in.
Well, no, that'll make mold. You don't want mold.
Oh, no, if
I'm gonna
it's
get shut
cold.
down. I'm gonna get shut down.
If it's
No,
cold,
Mold would be good.
If it's cold, you're
Mold
fine.
would be good in this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm-
Cobwebs.
I'm looking for. I don't like spiders. You know that. So I'm not doing cobwebs. All right.
The walls bleed.
Yes.
How about that?
The walls do
Nice.
bleed. I'm looking for investors. All right. So you could always hit me up at Zaslow Show on Twitter if you want to invest in this new, unbelievable idea. Which sometimes the ideas just come to me, and this one just came to me.
Does it
horror
smell
movie
inside
theater.
of it or
no?
no?
No one wants the movie to be stank. All right. You want to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's
the
not
movie.
really horror.
This is a great idea that you've stumbled into here. Now, the Odyssey isn't Chris Nolan's idea, but a lot of people are very upset about him interpreting this classic piece of myth. How say you, in the year of the Lord 2026, did he pull it off?
So I saw the Odyssey last night. Like I said, we go to all the superhero movies. We go to the horror movies.
You know they got the, the thing. That,
Say it.
you know, the Juno.
I know. Juno's a great movie. Juno's in this. I don't know if you know
what I'm
that,
talking
Dave. Juno's in this movie.
Juno, what I'm talking about.
Juno's in the Odyssey. So I saw the
You
Odyssey.
want to talk about a Trojan horse? I'm not going to watch it. See Elliot Page there? Feel a little gay? No, thank you.
You know what? I'm going to address that real quick. all right, before I actually talk about the movie. I'm going to address that because I saw there was some backlash. And by the way, people who are upset about stuff like that, the Rotten Tomatoes score is so high on both sides, the media score and the audience score. I think they're both currently at 96%. And we know Rotten Tomatoes is never wrong, okay? So some people may hate the fact that that Juno's in the movie and that you have Lupita Nyong'o, who is black, and she's playing Helen of Troy.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, right. So you can't even spam the reviews to make it bad.
What's next? An Asian person playing the Cyclops or the doctor that turns people into pigs? What are we doing?
So
what a racket.
So let me address this real quick. I'm watching the movie last night, and Lupita Nyong'o is on the screen. She's Helen of Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships. And not for a single solitary second am I thinking to myself, oh, that's weird that Helen of Troy's black. Who gives a shit? I mean, in all seriousness, who cares for a second that Helen of Troy is black in this movie? It's so dumb to me.
She wasn't black. Historical
figure, historical accuracy.
Mike,
be addressed.
Mike, there's a Cyclops in the movie.
The Cyclops is
There's
historical.
a Cyclops.
It's a historical figure. That thing really happened.
There's a Cyclops.
Mm-hmm.
You keep saying it. We know.
My culture is not your costume.
Anyway, I wanted to get that out there.
I bet you thought Goliath was fake too.
It's so.
He was 9 feet tall.
He was 9 feet tall.
Dumb.
Not a slingshot, but what was it?
No, it was a slingshot.
Was it a slingshot?
Yes.
Thank you, David.
Well, speaking of myth, Icarus flew too close to the sun. Maybe the same people that are trying to take down a movie. People are trying to take down a movie after their victories over beer and football. Remember how they canceled the NFL? Nobody watches it anymore. You see this. Now they're going after the Odyssey. Zaz, as a moviegoer, and you love.
I didn't give my thoughts on the movie yet, though. Should I wait?
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Or the fact that the Earth is
you just said
6,000 years
96%,
old.
and they're not wrong.
I mean, all I said was it's okay that
Human
Lupita
beings
Nyong'o's
used
in
to
the
be
movie.
9 feet tall.
I'd like to know
Then
your
the Great
thoughts.
Flood came.
The Nephilim.
Yeah, there was more oxygen but then the Great Flood.
Wait, Zaz went up to
showed
Mount
people.
Pius to declare that he doesn't see color. All right, so continue now.
Well, no, I do see color. Someone who says that they don't see color is stupid.
We
That's
walked
dumb.
with the dinosaurs.
They're colorblind.
I do see color, and it's dumb. It's dumb. That's all I want to say. So, this the Odyssey. I don't know if you know about that Homer, but that dude can write a movie. That dude, you know what? I take that back. Not write a movie. That dude, he could write a poem. It was a poem. All right, that dude knows how to write a poem. This Homer, what a mind on him. All right, and Odysseus, what a general. In all seriousness, this movie is so incredible. I loved it. It's 3 hours long. It's 3 hours long. Take a nap during take a schluff. Make sure you're energized. You're ready to go. All right. I even told my son when we went into the movie, because I just got a McDonald's on the way in. We see early movie. We went at 5:50. So I got a McDonald's. I said, hey, listen, get yourself a couple snacks. 3 hours from now, you're going to be hungry again. We're not leaving to get back in the movie theater snack line, all right? So the movie's long.
You got yourself a McDonald's.
Well, my son. Yeah, I got him McDonald's.
No, it's just a funny turn of phrase. I got myself a McDonald's.
Got him a McDonald's.
What does that mean when you got a McDonald's?
Yeah.
What does that include?
Fries, nuggets, cheeseburger, only onions. That's how he eats his cheeseburger. Only onions.
This was for the boy.
Yeah.
This wasn't for Zaz himself putting nuggets and a burger and fries in.
No.
Pile.
No. So
okay, continue.
This Christopher Nolan, what a director. I loved this movie. Not for a second did I think that the movie was dragging. Not did I think that it was too long. I loved. By the way, I didn't know the whole cast in this movie. Every scene is a new.
You didn't know the cast?
Well, I knew.
We told you it was.
I told you there was a cast.
I knew Juno was in it. All right. Every scene, there's a new A-list actor. Like, well, they're in this movie. It's so great. The action was great. The ending. Oh my, the climax of the movie. I don't know if you know how it ends. I'm not going to spoil it for you, even though Homer wrote this thing 10,000 years ago. All right. I feel like at this point, you've had 10,000 years. If you don't know how the story ends, it's kind of on you at this point, but I won't give any spoilers. The climax, the ending, holy shit. What a movie.
I'll wait for The Passion of the Christ 2.
What a movie.
The Resurrection. Uncle Mel.
Sounds like Zaz climaxed when Lupita made the scene, huh?
If I can make an admission about the Odyssey, when I was in 6th grade, our teacher at the end of the year showed us the Odyssey in one of my classes. But the Odyssey from 1997, that was, I believe, like a TV movie.
It was NBC?
I guess. I don't know. It was from
Make me watch
1997. But I was in 6th grade, and I saw both Vanessa Williams and Bernadette Peters in this movie. And in many ways, that was really my sexual awakening. Vanessa Williams and Bernadette Peters in the Odyssey. And I know that's a strange one on multiple levels. But I remember watching that movie in class and feeling, all of a sudden feeling nervous as I was watching. And it's the first media that I can remember consuming where I was like, whoa, who are those people? And I know that those are random ones, but I just needed to get it off my chest. We've been talking about the Odyssey for a really long time around this show, and I've been thinking about that ever since.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Not random.
Vanessa
I don't
Williams.
think
Well, I know not Vanessa Williams.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Bernadette Peters is not
and
random
Bernadette
either.
Peters. I know. I understand. But for a man who is 31 years old right now, born in 1995, that is a pretty random thing. You know what else was out that year? The
Mask?
the Buttons video by the Pussycat Dolls.
in
that makes
1995.
more sense. Also one that I remember watching on the VH1 Countdown and be like,
1995, there was a moment for every young man, which was Cameron Diaz appearing in The Mask.
Right, understand. That was the year I was born.
Oh, one of the great. That's a great side conversation.
Are we parking our car in the same garage, Dave?
I think the movie that represents a human being best physically, the loveliest a person has ever looked, is Grace Kelly in Rear Window. I think, though, that on the short list is her. That's the first time we meet her, is in The Mask. That's the first time we ever see her, and she's a spectacular beauty, sort of like Kate Hudson in Almost Famous. She is a spectacular beauty in that. That maybe is my top 3 right there.
If you want to check out Cameron Diaz in The Mask, make sure you put the before Mask, because there's another one with Eric Stoltz.
Different.
Oh,
Right,
that's right.
right.
Yeah, but that's sharing it.
Rocky Dennis.
Hey, I want to close a loop on the Rhodes family and their lack of athleticism. I mentioned that Cody Rhodes once played basketball, and it was almost as bad as a field goal kick.
Really?
Yeah. So
why is he doing these things in public?
And look, I'm gonna suggest that Cody Rhodes is shaming the great Rhodes name, which is not actually their real last name.
You're right, Mike. I know where you're going. Zaz is going to be blown away if you have video of this.
So here's Cody Rhodes getting some shots up. Let's go ahead and play this. No sound here, just a guy. Using both hands.
Ah.
Look at this form.
Oh,
You
no.
both hands.
It looks like one of those robots. You know the robots that shoot baskets?
No lift, wood bottom shoes, nothing going.
Come on.
Look, and so
That's your champion?
many people don't know this, but the Cuban American Nightmare is brothers with Goldust, and we all familiar with Goldust's ability to D someone up. Now, we have no footage of this. There's just this iconic still image, and Goldust, you can see picking up. You can hear him saying, "I got ball."
Picking him
I
up
got
half
ball."
court, looks
picking
like.
him up half court, intense. And you know why he does that? Because that apple did not fall far from the tree. Because the greatest hooper of the Rhodes family was Dusty. Here is Dusty Rhodes playing, and his game was anything but Dusty. Buckets, buttery buckets, the American dream
Look
from
at that
outside.
physique.
The ideal male figure. Look at this.
Oh, what
inside.
look at
Good
that.
cut. Good cut to the hoop.
There
Put
you
it up.
go. Finish.
Fundamentals
Finish.
off the square. Dusty Rhodes was a baller. Many people don't know that.
Oh, Barry Windham with the free throw line. How about that?
Inked
What
it
is
in.
this? Is it like celebrity wrestler game?
Look at this.
Oh,
look at big
Dusty.
man running the floor.
Look at him getting ahead. How about that? Look
Move
at
over
you.
Charles Barkley, new rounder mound a rebound. Zaz, I'm curious as a moviegoer.
I love that movie.
You love the summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Counting off the top of my head, the greatest summer blockbusters of our lives: Star Wars, Jurassic Park, now the Odyssey. Which universe do you think you would thrive in most, and which do you think you would not survive very long?
Star Wars, Jurassic Park, The Odyssey.
You think you would do well on Tatooine? And
No.
engaging in matters of the Force.
No, I don't think I would do well on Tatooine. It seems unbelievably boring to be in Tatooine. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there, and there's so much desert. I don't do well in the desert. I'm fair-skinned, all right? So I don't want to hang out in the desert.
Isn't that the one with the sandworms?
Maybe you could
It might be.
Sorry.
It might be.
No, it's Dune.
No, the sandworm that like Jabba tried to feed Princess Leia to. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's also
that's
sandworms
Tatooine.
Yeah.
in Beetlejuice.
It digests you over 1,000 years, which sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's a long time.
The Sarlacc pit, it digests you, but silver lining, you probably would be dead within 36 hours.
Well, but with Jurassic Park,
at most.
With Jurassic Park, can't I just not go to Jurassic Park? Can I just stay home?
No, you're on the island, and once you're on the island of Jurassic Park,
No.
How do you think you would do with the dinosaurs?
I don't like it. I think I would go with. I'd live in Ithaca.
What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do? Would you be a soldier? Would you be like a shoemaker? Like what
In
are you doing?
Ithaca?
There? Yeah, what are you doing?
Maybe I
That
would
you rowing a boat or something?
Maybe I would be one of the suitors. Maybe I would try to be the next husband for Queen Penelope. Maybe that's what I'd do.
Maybe.
I'm a catch.
Maybe.
I show up, I show her what's what, and the next thing you know, I'm sitting next to her.
I'd be one of the guys on the horse going, shh.
I'd like you being in the band for Jabba, I'd like you down in his lair, making the noise.
What noise?
Or maybe tending bar in Mos Eisley.
What noise? What noise is that?
Like that,
I'd pick to be in Ithaca. I want to live there. I want to be part of that whole scene that I saw last night.
Sail the high seas.
Well, I'd be afraid to get seasick. Wouldn't do that. My vertigo would probably play some kind of role.
Limiting.
Yeah. I'd stay back probably.
DMP, coach's decision, vertigo.
Yeah. You gotta go see this, The Odyssey. Oh man, I loved it. Yeah,
I'd like you in an X-wing, attacking the Death Star.
You know what?
I don't know if you'd make it.
One of the things that I love about seeing the summer blockbuster is you get the good movie trailers, right? You got to make sure you're there in time for the trailers. And I know we brought this up yesterday, but for the first time I saw the full trailer for I Play Rocky. And holy shit, this movie's going to be a really big deal. You know what this I Play Rocky is, Dave Damashek?
Yeah, who gives a shit? I cannot believe that they made... I am against... Here's how curmudgeonly I am, and plug your ears, Roy, if this offends you. I think the idea that the existence of this movie, Miracle, that covers what happened in 1980 when most of the people that participated in that are still walking the planet Earth is at best unnecessary, redundant with the actual video evidence we have of this event. We have the movie Rocky, and Sly Stallone lives among us right now. Why do we need a movie about the making of Rocky? It's bizarre, and I couldn't care less about it.
Okay,
sorry, back to your
Okay,
thought.
true or false? If the movie was about a guy from Pittsburgh who, wrote a movie and became a big star, I'm sure you would already have your pre-sale tickets.
I don't even know what that gets at.
This is a Pittsburgh Philly thing. If Rocky was a beloved Pittsburgh person, you'd be all about this. Let me ask you a question. You ever see the movie Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
What a movie!
Yes, you named one of your kids after him. He's the goalie. You named one of your kids after him, and that's because it's a Pittsburgh movie.
No, listen, don't. Now you are poking at me here, and I don't appreciate that. As I've said before, and now I have to say again, I don't understand why Hollywood decided to wage a war on the city of Champaigns way back when, but it does, and it continues to this day. Witness the fact. They make Black Sunday, which is about a terrorist attack in a Goodyear blimp, on Super Bowl X in the Orange Bowl. Who's playing in that game? The Pittsburgh Steelers. In Heaven Can Wait, the LA Rams defeat in overtime what team in the Rose Bowl? The Pittsburgh Steelers. When Roy Hobbs hits the home run in the one-game playoff, who is it against? The Pittsburgh Pirates. Sudden Death features, as you mentioned, a terrorist attack where? Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and even the Dark Knight. They protect that Dark Knight Returns.
No, but it's Dark Knight Rises.
Whatever the hell.
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Dark Knight.
Whatever the hell it's called. Whatever it's called.
Don't pretend like you don't know. Dark Knight Rises.
And if you're talking about Batman Returns, that's what Michael Keaton and Christopher Walken.
Yeah, Christmas movie.
I don't care about I Am Stallone. I Return Rocky. Whatever. It's a ridiculous idea for a movie. You're compelled by this.
Yeah.
Now a documentary about the fish called The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Now we're cooking with gas.
No, I think it looks tremendous seeing how Rocky got that movie made. I think there's a lot of people who don't understand. It's 50 years ago. I think there's a lot.
I think legitimately, sincerely, my reaction was everything I need to see about that is represented in the trailer. I have no need to see the movie. It's cool to see somebody who looks like Cy Stallone recreating the iconic shots of an iconic movie, and that is all given to me in the trailer. I have no need to sit through 2 hours of this.
If you ever want to rizz up some lady at the holiday party, go find the mistletoe and do what Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne said to Selena Kyle, Catwoman. Mistletoe could be deadly if you eat it, but a kiss could be deadlier. It's a bar. And then, if you remember correctly, that's how they realize, oh crap, you're Batman and you're Catwoman. Like, oh my God. Because they said the same thing when they were in costume. Michelle Pfeiffer, also in Batman Returns, in the class of Cameron Diaz. Upper echelon, like, oh my God.
No.
Girls are beautiful.
No.
What? No? Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns in that cat suit? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, pal? Do you like girls?
Yes, I like girls.
I don't think you like girls.
Yes, I like girls.
You don't like girls.
I like girls.
Dude, Scarface? Come on.
Oh, okay, but we're just talking about Batman Returns.
I understand, but we're talking about Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I think she looks great in Scarface. Yeah.
Do you know in Batman Returns when she is Catwoman and goes into the empty department store and takes out her whip and knocks the heads off of all the mannequins?
Oh, that was
This is true. This is a true thing. She did that on the first take.
Yeah.
What about in Grease 2?
That's true.
Oh, Jeremy.
Grease 2 is underrated.
No
Better
one's
song,
trying to hear about your favorite musicals.
David's apparently here to hear it.
Oh, this is my favorite show, talking about all these hot women.
Love it. Love the turn that
Gotta
the
go
show's
back
taken.
to school. It's a
Me
great.
too. Finally, about the Odyssey. Now we're talking about women.
This is called a market correction.
I was glad, though, last night when we saw The Odyssey.
That's how we do it.
I saw the movie with my 14-year-old
Chicks
son.
are hot. High five.
And I was pleased that there were no sex scenes in the movie. Never comfortable sitting next to the 14-year-old son and we're watching the sex scene together. I've told you this before, right? I've told you this. The most uncomfortable I ever was when I saw The Silence of the Lambs for the very first time. I was like 15, was watching it with my parents, and Buffalo Bill, he opens the robe and he's got the mangina. That's tough. That's a tough watch next to your parents.
Tough league.
That's a tough watch. I'll never forget that. It was 30 years ago. Still haunts me to this day. What am I supposed to say? He's dancing. He's got the robe open. He's got the mangina going.
Would you bleep me? I'd bleep me.
It's very upsetting. Anyway, I avoided that last night.
Tough look.
That's very tough. Okay. I have a World Cup question.
Transition.
I have a World Cup question. So tomorrow is the vaunted third place game. And then, of course, on Sunday we have, by the way, special treat for everybody. We're going to do big game, not a big game later on in the show today. Yes. Everybody prepared for that? We're going to do big game, not a big game coming up a little bit later on today. But I'm wondering, and it could be for the third place game or for the game on Sunday, when the game wraps up earlier in the week, Mike, like if it's the Tuesday semifinal or the Wednesday semifinal, do all the fans who are just at the game, do they then all just take out their phones like, all right, we're booking our flight to New York, let's get a hotel, and they get on a plane and they go to the next city, because it makes no sense to go back home, for a few days, go, cross the ocean. So it's just like, all right, I guess we're going here. Let's all book our flights.
Yeah, this is so I know
that's
what's happening.
fascinating to me.
I know what's happening here. Americans are so perplexed at the rest of the world's relationship with work and holiday time. Because when I worked with Chelsea FC, I couldn't get an email back over the summer because they're just on a 3-month holiday. And they think that we're the ones that have it wrong, and they may be right, but it's bewildering how people just can be gone for months on end. Now, in the group stages, those things are set, and you have to kind of bet on where your team is going to finish. Like, for example, I thought there was a chance the Philadelphia match the 4th of July that I bought tickets to, if the U.S. didn't win their group, and it seems like a long time ago, but there was a lot of talk that the U.S. wasn't going to win their group. They were runner-up. They could potentially be in the knockout stage in Philadelphia. And I'm like, worst case scenario, it's Germany, France. It ended up being Paraguay, France, and the match was crap. But you can kind of look ahead. But when you're in this stage of the tournament, it is basically that. And it's not unlike the CFP, which is just terrible. Where you have like 4 days.
But the main
travel plans
yeah,
together.
but like I said, the main difference is with the CFP. Like, okay, your school advances to the next week. You're going home in between because it's like a 90-minute flight to go home. These people who live in Spain, they're not going home on Tuesday and then flying back to East Rutherford on Sunday.
Yeah, but obviously ball is life to these people. They're in the host nation, and that's super exciting for them. There are other matches being played. They can go to World Cup fan fest, watch parties. They can go to other host cities. They're sampling all that the country has to offer.
It's just amazing. Like, hey, we're going to go to the States for 3 weeks and see how long this ride lasts.
They have to be super rich by definition, right, Mike?
No. They have a different relationship.
It's crippling
with
credit card debt is what it is.
Yeah, they have a different relationship with all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. But there were several World Cup fans that I met that were when the Scots were down here, when the Taunton Army were down here. I was like, hey, are you going to any of the matches? And like, no, we just wanted to be around. We wanted to be in Miami around that atmosphere.
Amazing.
And when I went to New York before the France-Senegal match, there were all sorts of nationalities going to Times Square. And a bunch of those countries weren't playing in New York, New Jersey. They just wanted to be in one of the main cities around all that World Cup energy.
Mike, I'm curious where because I accused you of maybe some hyperbole before this thing started. Where does this rank for you now? I know maybe a little unfair depending on Messi, going back to back, and that would, burnish the tournament. But where does this rank among the sporting events of your lifetime?
This is
the whole tournament.
Yeah, the whole tournament's been great. I think that
How many did you go to? 4?
I went to 5 matches. I think that there were really classic matches in this World Cup tournament. What England did in Azteca, or Argentina, any of them. I mean, pick your Argentina match, but Cabo Verde, Argentina. I think that one will stand the test of time. Argentina, Egypt will also be one that is remembered forever. I'm really excited about the final, not just because it's a World Cup final. I'm always going to be excited about it, but I am really certain. And it's not just because the FIFA Coca-Cola men's world rankings said that those were the top 4 teams in the world. I thought it was pretty clear those were the top 4 teams in the world. And I think it's pretty clear we're watching the 2 best teams in the world play for a trophy, a world championship, in a single elimination tournament once you get out of the group stage. That's not always guaranteed to you. Obviously, we have this incredible storyline with Messi and Lamine Yamal and the photo that is still shocking to so many.
It's real.
It's real. It's real. And I think most people think that this is going to be a bad match just because of how Argentina approaches the game, their pace, and how Spain is a tough nut to crack. But I think both teams score in this match. I think it's a heavyweight fight, and I cannot wait for this match. There's storylines all over the place. This is going to be great theater. And for you Americans out there, we get a 30-minute halftime spectacular. That will rival a Super Bowl halftime show. Dave, what say you about the pageantry of an American supersized halftime show?
I don't know the details. Please inform me.
So it was curated by Chris Martin of Coldplay. And
not Korn then. Okay. Good.
No, it's not Korn. Unfortunately, because I would have suggested Korn. I think that they represent America quite well. But there are 3 host nations here. So Justin Bieber, I think, is going to represent the Canadian delegation. Justin Bieber is going to be there. Shakira and Burna Boy are going to be doing what is the song of the summer? Die Die. Madonna is going to be a part of this. BTS is going to be a part of this. I think Coldplay will also feature. So it's stars on stars on stars on stars. It's a huge, immense halftime show, and that's just a halftime show. We also have closing ceremonies, which I think will happen before the match. Tom Cruise is one of the listed performers.
Oh.
I'm not sure what he's going to do. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but he's going to do something.
Speaking of Tom Cruise, I saw a trailer for that movie, Diggler. Is that what it's called?
No, it's not called that.
Digman?
No, it's Digger.
Digger?
Yeah, which is a real popular title that people love saying out loud.
That movie looks crazy.
Yeah, but I Show Speed.
Sure, it's not called Diggler.
I'm sure that's you're thinking Boogie Nights. But I Show Speed is performing. You know about that I Show Speed?
Yeah, I don't care about I Show Speed.
You like that song though?
What? Yeah. Woke up. Yeah. I don't get I.
You don't get I Show Speed?
No,
well, that's because you're in your 40s.
All right,
you're a white male. But
okay.
I am also in my 40s, and I dig I Show Speed. I've been on I Show Speed for a very long time.
What's the dig?
Well, he was very smart to tap into the Messi Ronaldo thing, and he aligned himself with Ronaldo. His reaction stuff is like quintessential YouTube streamer. But I like
that's the part I don't understand.
Nah, I mean
what I don't understand is why Mike Ryan is taking shots at you, Zaslow. I have to stand up and defend you a little bit.
Well, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Well, look,
he's like you wouldn't get it because you're in your 40s and whatever. And like Mike Ryan's like, but obviously I get it because I'm cooler than you.
Yes, I am.
That's what he's saying.
Well, I didn't want to come out and say it, but thank you very much, Dave Damashek. But I Show Speed is good at everything he does.
What?
Yes, he's everything that he tries. He's a natural at.
All he's doing is watching a game. That's all.
He's awesome at. He's awesome at that. But
he's
anytime
awesome at watching
he's jumped
a game.
over a car. He's about as fast as Tyreek Hill. Like he is an incredible athlete. Did you not watch him at WrestleMania?
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
He was good.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, he's good at whatever he does.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if I Show Speed is a future president of the United States at one point.
All right, so you're just saying weird things now.
Doubt him at your peril. That's what I've always said for 5 years. Doubt him at your peril.
That's what you've always said?
Always
doubt
said.
I Show Speed at your peril.
Yeah. Doubt him at your peril.
Okay.
And guess who's right? 5 years in, he's performing at the World Cup.
Put it on the poll, Juju. Has Mike Ryan always said, doubt I Show Speed at your own peril? Please. Burn a boy.
What is you into this World Cup, Dave Damashek? You're gonna be watching? You gonna watch the World Cup final?
Sure, I'll watch the final.
Yeah, but are you gonna get up for it?
I do have to say,
are you gonna get up for it like you'd get up for a Super Bowl?
No, of course not.
I
mean, how would I get up for it like a Super Bowl? I've loved football for decades and decades and built a career around. No, I don't.
Who are you
care
rooting
about
for?
What happens in the soccer game?
Are you rooting for
between
anybody?
two countries that I've never lived in?
Are you rooting for
I
anybody?
don't know. I guess Messi. That's a fun thing to witness, as I say. I like to pay witness to historical events. And so, yeah, seeing Messi do it at age 39. What does strike me is that we can now add Messi after this month of watching him play. And, you know, legitimately, to my untrained eye, he does stand out as having an ability in tight spaces to get the ball through it when most anybody else out there that I've looked at does not have that same ability. But, man, he might be the number one weirdest looking athlete to be the GOAT in his sport. Wayne Gretzky, at the height of his powers, looked like a 14-year-old girl. Michael Jordan had a receding hairline. Babe Ruth was a fat slob. Tom Brady, who went on to become the GOAT, is best known for that picture of him weighing 124 pounds in his underpants.
You don't think he's
But
best
now
known for
Messi
winning
is-
7 Super Bowls?
Okay, it's on the list at least of what Brady's known for. But now Messi is this stumpy little guy. I mean, really, even among the soccer players when he's out there, I look at him and they're like, "That's it? That's the number one best player? This little stumpy guy with the little the portly kind of build and everything."
You think he's
else?
portly? You think Messi's portly?
Stocky?
He's ripped. He just wears a
Little
baggy
bow
jersey.
legs and everything.
Yeah, he's ripped.
Bow legs? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, he has bow legs. doesn't
Stumpy.
he?
You think Messi's running out there with bow-legged?
That's what I mean. I don't think it. That's what my eyes are telling me he's doing. By the way, impressive at age 39. And by the way, should give you hope, especially if you get LeBron, that you'll have LeBron and Giannis in an era in which all our assumptions about being on the wrong side of 30 ruins any chances for you.
There's
Tom
stumpy
Brady,
Leo
Sidney
Messi.
Crosby.
Look
Yeah,
at that
now
stumpy, stocky
stumpy
guy.
Messi.
Look at
Okay.
that guy.
He does sit-ups. Good for him.
I mean, LeBron can join him. That's right. I mean, can you imagine?
We've got Leo Messi, the Kachuk brothers, Manu,
Otto Lopez.
Davin. Achan. What's his first name?
Devon.
I said Davin.
Throw someone from the Marlins. Go ahead.
I already did.
Yeah, Otto Lopez.
You missed it.
Did you say Manu?
I did say Manu.
Yep, that also.
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
All right. Very good. Go see the Odyssey. That Homer. What a poem.
This week, we have Steven Nelson. He is an NBA TV host, which you might say, like, what? Why would you have an NBA TV host? That's because he's one of the play-by-play voices for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He is a great new guest here on the Pitch Clock. I really, really enjoyed this conversation. You guys are going to like him. I'm going to try to get him on the main show sometime, too. So Steven Nelson is here, and Chris and I continue to square off in our Pitch Clock trivia. I'm starting to get nervous. We're heading toward the trade deadline. We might want to bring some other people in. We'll see if maybe we come up with like a phone a friend scenario or something starting soon. Either way, this is getting hotly contested as we head into the second half. So, trivia as always, Steven Nelson of the Dodgers broadcast, and you can watch it all on the Pitch Clock on the Le Batard YouTube channel.
Coming up this Friday on Mystery Crate, which you can find on YouTube, anywhere you get your podcast. Please subscribe, please like, please follow. Please join.
Please.
Just do it all.
Please.
Join us on Mystery Crate. We got a lot today. Rose is playing Finish the Lyric. It's my new favorite game we do on Mystery Crate. We got a couple more of those. We are not ranking.
We're doing top 3 Nolan movies of all time.
Top 3 Christopher Nolan
So that is
films
ranking.
of all time. That is ranking.
You've only seen 2 of them.
And I am the biggest. You just ruined my joke. I'm the foremost expert on Christopher Nolan movies.
That's fantastic.
So make sure to check in.
I'm
for
the
my,
5 most.
Yeah, the 5 most.
We are also possibly living in a simulation.
That's always the
with
question.
with the Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal photo.
Yep.
A lot of good stuff on that.
We imagine what Dan would look like if he was the way Messi would christen young babies to be the next great soccer player. We want Dan to do that. That's basically what's happening in that photo.
Good episode of Mystery Crate. Check it out.
Nick, before we let you talk about the Steelers, you're in luck because we have the Love Doctor. The Love Doctor is here. He is ready. He is in his office right now. Dr. Greg Cody getting everybody ready for Mother's Day this weekend. And we have questions. The Love Doctor is going to have the answers. Who's up first?
I know a lot of people are going to come to you and they're going to want to know, how do you keep it interesting? Me, I'm not interested in interesting. So how do you keep it predictable? How do you keep it ho-hum? How do you just let it just be?
Was that Jason Tatum asking that question?
Young lady, you are my kind of gal. That's my lane. That's my lane of romance. I invented predictable. Nobody has perfected the art of dull routine like yours truly. As a matter of fact, little inside information here, my wife and I schedule our naughty time months in advance, like doctor's appointments. Quite often, she'll have to cancel because she said something came up. Unfortunately, sometimes I'll have to cancel because something didn't come up. That kind of thing.
It's good luck for us.
Do we have another question for the Love Doctor here after such great advice?
With Chris listening.
Oh, we're doing it, baby.
What are you guys doing, man? Oh, you want question number 2?
Yeah, let's go question number 2.
Oh, yeah, Greg. Hey, man, I need your help, man. So I'm out of town for Mother's Day, trying to figure out what can I get my girl for Mother's Day in another city.
Oh, wow. Buddy, I'm worried about this. Not one, but 2 of the Love Doctor's marriages began rending like cheap fabric when Greg was either out of town at a sporting event or away at a doctoral conference. And the exes were doing the clandestine bumpy bump behind my back. Jack, I suggest you get your girl what she'd never expect, a private eye to keep an eye on her randy ass.
You know about that randy ass, Nick?
I don't like this at all.
Thank you, Love Doctor. Don't go anywhere. We may go back to you. Appreciate you.
I don't like this at all.
Somehow, the least embarrassing Cody on today's show.
Wait till Nick finds out that Chris, with Greg sitting nearby, admitted about a half an hour ago that when he's having a hard time becoming aroused, he thinks of his wife's twin sister.
So there's this incredible video of this young kid named Samuel Henderson. He's from Oklahoma. He's 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he can essentially channel birds. Like, he's doing these...
Like he could talk to them?
Yeah. He's doing these bird calls. I've never heard anyone sound more like the animal. Like, he puts Ron McGill to shame on his
Ron McGill
ability.
sucks compared to him, you're saying.
Ron McGill is untalented compared to this kid.
Got it.
That's how great this kid is.
Got
It's been so fun to watch the internet react in such a positive way to this kid. He basically had a really viral video where he was doing bird sounds, and then people started requesting all of these different ones, so he did a part 2. I want you guys to watch this. It's amazing.
This is Bird Request Part 2. And let's get started. First we got the barred owl. Next, the ring-necked dove. Next, the American woodcock. Meep, meep, meep. And you know there's 2 different species of crows in the United States. The fish crow and the American crow. The fish crow is what I'm going to do first. Ah, ah, ah. Then the American crow. Ha, 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 ha. Wonder if they're going to come soon. Then Atlantic puffin. Oh. Next, the purple martin. Whippoorwill. And keep up the requests, guys. And also, I want to say thank you to Bird Collective for for sending that box to me. Well, bye.
What a sweet kid. Like, it's so cool to see anyone as passionate about anything as that kid
What's
is
Buddy's
about
name?
Bird calls. His name is Samuel Henderson. And the way that he is interacting with everyone, the way that the internet is interacting with him, I think personally that that's worth a toast. And he is amazing.
Yeah.
Worth a Toast is presented by Cuervo.
Good job,
Keep
kid.
it fun. Keep it Cuervo. That is one of the most... I just watched Lionel Messi play soccer, and that's the most impressive thing I've seen this week. He is unbelievable.
It's pretty amazing.
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
The crow was spot on.
It was, right? That's the one that
crow
got
was
me.
great.
I was watching, and I was like, all right, these are like unbelievable, some of these sounds that are coming out of this kid. But the crows were identical. It was amazing.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, how do we know? Like, he's doing these
Good
exotic
question.
birds, and you're like, oh my God, that's amazing.
I saw
Except,
someone on
what do we have
TikTok
to
break
compare it
down.
to?
I saw
Good
someone on
question.
TikTok break down where
Here's
they
what
like
a who's it,
spliced
what's it sounds
Yeah,
like.
they spliced it all together where they had his and then they had the sound of the bird, sort of showing like that is identical to what they sound like. It was really awesome.
I want to show you guys something that I just saw this morning.
High school's going to be tough.
So at the end of the Argentina-England game, we all saw, like, Jude Bellingham had some moments throughout the game, right? Like, he had a back and forth with Messi, which apparently turned out it was playful banter, but it gave us, like, an all-time great Messi meme, you know? And there was also another moment where Bellingham had a back and forth with Rodrigo de
okay?
Paul. Yeah, like I get choked up when I think about the way that he spoke to Rodrigo de Paul.
Yeah, I'm on your ass now. I don't like what you did to me last
Why?
segment.
What'd I do?
You know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I know what I did.
Playing stupid. What's the name of that movie? Diggler?
Yeah.
Digman?
With an L, right?
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you did. Leave somebody on an island to say the actual title.
And then after the
Kiss
game,
my ass.
Jude Bellingham smacks what's homeboy's name? Valentin Barco? Right?
Yeah, that's homeboy. That's homeboy's name.
Okay. He smacks him in the back. Like, he gave him a smack, all right, in the back of the head, the redheaded dude. And I was like, whoa, why'd he do that? I don't know if you've seen this video. Watch this here. This is the second goal that Argentina scores, which would eventually be the winner. And watch Barco, who is a sub. He's wearing the penny. Watch him.
It's a penny. I told you I'm on your ass.
I think it's a penny.
It's a penny.
All right.
Bib.
Here's the video. So you see here's the goal that's scored, and coming off onto your screen from the left side is Barco, who just runs onto the field celebrating like a wild man. Look at this. Runs onto the field by himself, away from his teammates. I've never seen anything like that. Have you ever seen that before? All of his teammates, first of all, it's a weird soccer thing, at least to me, how when there's a goal scored and the whole bench like runs to the corner and they all celebrate. Those guys like, oh, you're on the bench. You're able to just run onto the field like that?
Yeah, World
Clock's
Cup
running.
goals aren't a big deal.
Clock's running, but all right, whatever.
They had the time.
Okay, all right, fine. But I've never seen that before. He just runs on his own across the middle of the field, jumping up and down and celebrating.
Yeah, that's
Mike, you're
poor.
telling me that's normal?
No, that's poor. I don't like that. And Jude Bellingham was right to do something.
Got his lick back.
Look at that. He's fist pumping and running in front of the England players, completely away from his own team.
No, he took that as disrespect.
He looks like Spo calling a timeout.
Oh, what a terrible moment that was. Oh my God. And so we have reaction from Bellingham. This was him again. You can catch it after the game where, all right, he shakes hands with a couple of the Argentine players, and then he sees that guy and he smacks him right up.
Yeah. All right, I like it.
I kind of think he did the right thing now.
So I had only seen this happen. I'm like, man, Jude, I was like, man, Jude, with what you said to Messi and the Tuchel thing, I was like, maybe you can grow from some of these things. Immature, but that's edge. That's leadership.
Get your lick
right
back
there.
You know about that lick back, Zaz?
Yeah. Oh, receipt.
Yeah, I know
receipt.
about that lick back.
I like that from Jude. That's good shit.
I do wonder.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
It's just bizarre behavior, obviously, that for people steeped in American sports, you would never see that. And you have to adjust your eye to the soccer culture. And it is not international culture. Soccer culture is, people always do the, what's it called, surrender cobra in football. People, the fans in the stands do that. It's crazy that every soccer fan in the stands somehow understands that in the soccer culture, you don't put your hands on top of your head, you put them over your mouth. When something bad happens, you do this, and you don't hug your opponents. You don't high five them on a job well done. You don't dap them up. You put your hand around their face or like around the back of their head. You know what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yeah.
These weird
I've seen high fives and hugs, but go on.
I'm not. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not a homophobe. It's weird though the way they sort of cup the back of each other's heads when they're talking.
You're not.
Hey, well done. Well done, mate. Well done.
You're not watching the Odyssey.
It's European.
We park our cars in the same garage.
It's such odd behavior. Like in football, when a team scores a touchdown,
that was super disrespectful, though. And Jude was
Right?
right to do that. And Jude probably is lining himself up to be the next captain once Harry Kane gives that up or is no longer selected for the international side. That was all right. I'm glad that was context because I first saw that Jude Bellingham thing. And I was like, man, bad luck.
I also wonder, is it possible? Because I was wondering how Bellingham and Messi were having a conversation during the game. Because Messi didn't speak English, but then you told me that Bellingham speaks Spanish.
Messi speaks enough.
Okay, but you told me though that Bellingham speaks Spanish.
Yeah, he plays in Spain.
Okay, so that's important. I wonder though if before Bellingham smacked that guy up the side of his head, if that guy said something in Spanish and maybe didn't know that Bellingham's going to understand.
That's a theory, no doubt. Man, it's a known thing though that you don't do what Jude did to Messi. Like,
you mean don't rile him up?
You don't. Everyone knows that. I really
amazing.
want to know what he said.
His explanation. Do you want to know what his explanation was?
I would love to know what Messi's explanation is.
Because his explanation was he said to Messi, like he was complaining about not getting a foul call, and then Messi said to him, "What about the foul on me?" And Bellingham told him, "You can handle it. Like you're strong enough."
Oh, really?
And that's what then Messi made the face like, okay,
weird cell phone.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's what Bellingham says it was. Anyway,
and to be clear, just to put this in the proper setup that it deserves, Mike Ryan. This is the GOAT of the most popular sport on the planet Earth, and this would be the signature of his career if he gets this one done.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And so he's the and is it fair then to say, as people I know that this may not be your favorite conversation to sort of categorize these things, but is he then, if he wins this one, is he the GOAT of all GOATs?
I think Mike already said it.
Yeah, I think he already is in terms of soccer, but I hear
what about in baseball?
No, greatest of all time in all athletics. Man, Brady, I do think that we need to start changing things. Like we always say, that guy's the Michael Jordan of blank. I'm a big proponent of we got to start saying that's a Tom Brady of blank.
I agree. Brady. Same goes for 85 Bears. We've had good defenses since the 85 Bears. Let's stop using that as they're not exactly the 85 Bears.
I think the greatest athlete of all time, the most dominant athlete of all time, if he wins a second World Cup consecutive, man, yeah, Messi.
Dave, what about
and being a factor in the goals that he
dude,
right?
Prior to last World Cup, especially in the final, he stepped up to the moment, but also many haters would say he literally stepped up to it. A lot of those were pens. Here in this World Cup, that's why I said, like, he's much better than the last World Cup, which was his best World Cup.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
it's not close. He's so much better. And we were talking about this on Morally Abhorrent yesterday. The Ballon d'Or, Messi's won it a couple of times. He won it when he was in an Inter Miami uniform, but he had won it because of stuff that he did prior to, and he was playing for PSG, and he won it mainly for what he did for Argentina. Will Gavin told me that Messi was plus 5,000 in some books to win the Ballon d'Or, best player on the planet, men's side. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to do that when you're not playing in Europe. Megan Rapinoe has done it when she was playing in America, but like it doesn't happen. But it's not like he's not dominating the shit out of MLS, and he's just running through the World Cup. I think he has a legitimate shot at the Ballon d'Or if he wins.
Well, I also think that, underdog stories are great. We love to see them in movies and we love to see them in sports. But the better story in my book is, Tom Brady is the other side of this equation, which is before he even knows what's happening, it's his second season. He's a Super Bowl champ. He throws for 12 yards in the Super Bowl, but nevertheless, he's the MVP and he's off and running. And now he's a winner. He's clutch. The other side of that coin is Dan Marino gets there in his second year, doesn't win, and now it's like he'll eventually get one. And as his career wears on, it's like, is he ever going to get one? And that plague of pressure of he's supposed to do it adds extra pressure on your shoulders. And when you are then Tom Brady in, say, Super Bowl 49 against the era's best defense in the Seattle Seahawks, and you're down 10 points in the fourth quarter, and everybody in the stadium on both sidelines and watching on TV is saying, the only guy who can save the Patriots right now is that guy, and he does it. That's the best thing in sports. Messi was plagued with, correct me if I'm wrong, man, this guy is awesome. He just doesn't come through in the big spot. Late, relatively speaking, in his career, he did come through, and now he might do it again. I think that's the remarkable story, and one that maybe does make him the GOAT of all GOATs, although I'm not steeped in soccer the way you are.
Tony, it's your time to shine. The World Cup is coming to an end.
Sadly. And
you put together a top 5 in memoriam?
Yeah, in memoriam of the entire summer. Things that we had throughout the entire summer, the month run of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we've got a top 5 of things we'll remember from this World Cup. Starting with Erling Haaland. America may have just met you, but we will remember you forever.
Fanfare for an in memoriam.
Or at least another 2 weeks until we find out where you play.
That's how the Oscars do it, right?
I wasn't expecting it to be fair. That's why I was going to just
maybe
read what I wrote
there's
there.
another sound.
Yeah. Where does he play?
Erling Haaland?
Yeah.
Manchester City.
Okay, so the EPL, the English Premier League. He's a Man City guy. Number 4, the Tartan Army.
Thank you.
You bagpiped, you drank beer, you kept Dan up all night. We appreciate that for sure. Mike appreciates you more than anybody.
Oh, for
here.
sure. As a small business owner, I walked to Losboy to watch one of the matches, and on my walk, on 2 different lampposts on the walk over, a cone sat atop the lamppost.
Of course,
the
cones
precision
there.
cone
Wonderful.
tossing of the Tartan Army.
Wonderful tribute.
Something we'll remember forever. Capo Verde. We won't remember any of your names, but we won't forget how you made us feel.
We're gonna remember Vozinha.
Okay, sure. One. And how about the guy that went, the beautiful bender that
Already
went for the
forgot his
crowd?
name.
What was that guy's name?
Already forgot his name.
We are all Capo Verde.
We are all Cabo Verde. Number 2, any team that had a lead on Argentina in the World Cup, either rigged or by the left foot of God, your destiny was always written. It was always to lose. We're sorry for how many teams was it? 4 teams that had a lead on Argentina before they came back and won in late fashion. Incredible.
I'm emotional.
What happened? Somebody coughed?
Man, I'm a warrior.
You are. Number 1.
This would straight up kill Jeremy.
What's going on with
The
you?
sniffles that I have, Jeremy would be dead.
He would die.
He would die.
Yeah.
He would be a dead man if he had what I'm
Yeah, he'd be a
through.
dead man.
What I'm powering through.
Thank you for your service.
I'm
You'd be
unstoppable.
dead, Jeremy.
Thank you. Great ones tell their bodies not today. You've done it. Number 1, all the great fans we've lost along the way. You've made us a little bit more interested in cultures we didn't care about until you showed up.
Incredible fans.
Thank you.
Thank you for the fans out there. We love you.
Colombia,
We love the fans.
Mexico,
Norway,
Brazil,
South Korea.
So that's some people's favorite kind of fans. Yep.
That was it. Just a good little morsel of things we lost along the way as the final and the third place game, obviously, tomorrow and the final on Sunday. So we'll never forget FIFA World Cup 2026 in the good old States.
Oh, I'm so glad we brought that idea back to the next hour. The greatest fans.
Thank you.
It's not my best impression.
Mike Ryan, go and console Jeremy Taché if you insulted him in the soccer way. Go cup the back of his head real nice and close.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. He has the sniffles. It'll kill me.
So
it's stage 4
Cup that
sniffles.
head.
So amidst the NBA news that's been huge, right? Like the LeBron stuff is obviously what we're keeping an eye on here and everybody's waiting for. I think we're going to find out Sunday night. I do. I think we're going to be here Monday morning and we're going to know and it's going to be a thing. I think World Cup ends 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. I've accounted for the 30-minute halftime, Mike, so 5:30. And I think sometime after that we're going to learn the LeBron news and then it's going to dominate starting Monday morning.
No one will hold you accountable if it doesn't happen either. It's a great thing to say.
Absolutely.
You've been wrong about it a lot.
That's what everyone's doing in the media right now. If you get it right, great.
You've ventured to guess that LeBron is going to make a decision
a
couple of times, and you haven't been right, and it hasn't stuck to you, so keep going with it.
Yeah, I'm going to eventually be right, and then it's Zaslow had it first, props to Zaslow. So that's what's going to wind up happening Sunday night. But there is a story going on right now with a former free agent called Gary Trent. Gary Trent Jr., actually. His father played for the Heat. Did you know that, Jeremy? No, you didn't. Now you know. Gary Trent Jr., he signed a 4-year, $64 million deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, a team he's played for a couple of years now. Tony, do you know what's going on here with Gary Trent Jr.?
It's the weirdest thing. They're investigating a $64 million deal that the Bucks gave Gary Trent Jr. And if I'm Gary Trent Jr., I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
And why are they investigating?
Why are you investigating me? Why don't you guys take care of the guy you're actually investigating and go take care of that?
Why are they investigating?
Because he was terrible last year.
So they
not deserving of a $60 million a year deal.
There is belief that the Bucks circumvented the salary cap here, and they had a wink make good deal with Gary Trent, because Gary Trent, for what was he in Portland before he went to Milwaukee? I think a good player, 17, 18 points a game. He was a scorer, and he inexplicably signed with the Bucks. You got to remember a couple years ago, a team with Giannis and Damian Lillard, who you thought was going to be a title contender, but they didn't have enough money to sign him to like a commensurate deal. And they signed him to a maybe a little bit more than the minimum. It was like a 2-year, like $9 million deal or something with a player option. It's like, whoa, that is a hell of a steal. And because they gave him a multi-year deal there, they were able to acquire early bird rights, which means you could re-sign your own guy and you can go over the salary cap. And, okay, fine. Wink, wink, we'll pay you, a little bit of money now, but we're going to make it up to you on the back end. Don't tell anyone. It's an easy way for us to get around the salary cap, all right? And if that's not bad enough, it became kind of it became a red flag because not only did he sign this 4-year, $64 million deal now, but he was terrible this past year. It was like a career worst season. He had a bunch of DNP coaches' decisions. Well, not very often you get DNP coaches' decisions for a veteran player, and then he signs a 4-year, $64 million deal when seemingly no one else is out there, trying to sign him for his services.
36% from 3, 38% from the field, 8.1 points per game this season. Like you said.
And what's his career average?
Career average is hovering more around 13-ish. He had great years over in Toronto where he scored 18 a game, 17 a game, 13 a game, 11. But now it's kind of gone down every single season.
And he gets DMPs.
He gets DMPs all the time for a team, obviously, that was in flux because they didn't know what was going to happen with Giannis. They were kind of tanking. They were kind of half-ass tanking of is he coming back? Is he not? Are we going to get a pick? Are we not? But for me, I look at other deals that are kind of in the same realm as that. Quentin Grimes, you could probably say, is a little bit better than Gary Trent Jr., but got a 4 for 60. You know what I mean? So it's he's kind of in that range. We're just looking at it on the back end of he had a bad year. They're going to be not that good.
Seems like a wink-wink deal. I don't know that they're going to get banged for it, but
they shouldn't. I mean, if they're going to bang the Bucks and Gary Trent Jr. and completely not do anything to Kawhi Leonard, who has proven that there is material hard evidence via Pablo Torre finds out that there was cap circumvention, and now you're going to go to presumed cap circumvention and hit him, that's weak sauce.
But I think that's why, right? The reason that they announced that they're probing it is to show, we care about this stuff. We need to make an example of the teams where this is the case so that they can investigate it and then say that nothing happened. Or maybe there is something that happened. Maybe they will find evidence and they will punish the player and or the team. This is at the very beginning of the contract, right? This stuff with Pablo didn't come out until midway through. It's a lot more cut and dry. If they do a quick investigation, they can void that contract and move on. And with Gary Trent Jr., they can use him as an example of them taking all of this seriously.
But where's the smoking gun, right? In the Joe Smith
there won't be
situation, one. There was the actual smoking gun. In this one, there's really not. That's the only two that I can think of that cap circumvention,
the Miami Heat did it with Juwan Howard.
Okay, Juwan Howard. Was there a smoking gun there?
Yeah, the order of events. They signed Juwan Howard to the massive deal, and then they finally re-signed Alonzo Mourning. It was it was kind of shady, so we're going to have to add
So we have
rules.
3 examples.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the very obvious, fair resolution here is for the NBA to make the Charlotte Hornets give the Miami Heat their first-round pick back. I mean, I think that's
full circle.
Yep.
Pretty obvious at this point. Dave, can we play a little bit of a game here today?
I'd like to play a couple of games. I have. It's up to you, Zaz. You have the con. Would you rather have another edition of TNT Taché v. Tony with a little trivia head-to-head, or my son, we were at the Buccos game last week, and he asked me, how tall is the average baseball player? And that led me to cook up what the average height is in all the major sports. Which one would you like to go with?
Okay, these are 2 very intriguing games. All right. I feel like it's a lot of pressure. These are good games. I'm going to go with the first one, though. Let's do a little T versus T. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go with the first one. Right. Let's do a little Tony versus Taché.
Cuban versus Jubin.
Yeah.
Here we go.
For total
TNT.
Cuban supremacy. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. I have in front of me today's category, and everybody, you're both gentlemen. Nobody needs to check your computers to make sure you're not looking up the answers to cheat here, because you'd only be cheating yourselves. Here we go.
It's Venezuela.
Taché, you're first to go. You're first to go here on this one. The top 20 all-time rushing leaders for the Miami Dolphins.
Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams. Where just for fun, do you know where he ranks all time?
1
among the Dolphins.
It's not hard.
Number 2. I'm a little surprised by that. Number 2 is all time. Tony, you're up.
I'm going to take Larry Zonka.
Correct. That's number 1 for you. Taché.
Ronnie Brown.
That's number 3. You guys are doing well here. Tony.
I'm going to take Mercury Morris.
Wow, you guys have the top 4. Taché.
This is where it starts to get tricky.
No, you should be able to get
Doesn't
it.
have to.
You know
Doesn't
what?
have to.
Here's an odd one that might be near the bottom of that because he had a couple of good seasons
Just
here.
spit it out, man.
Reggie Bush.
Really, the vamping around is untoward, but you are correct.
Unnecessary.
Reggie Bush, 16th. 16th.
Right, so near the bottom, just like I said.
Okay.
Dave, how about you give me a little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yes.
Well done. Number 7. The 7th leading rusher in the history of the franchise. Yikes. Taché.
Lusaka
Here's
Polite.
a clue that I've mentioned. I'm
Horrible guess. Horrible guess.
What was it?
Lusaka Polite. Horrible guess.
Just want to say a nice name.
All right, that's a point for Tony. Do we have another game of TNT?
Well, wait a second. We started with Taché, so Tony must win by naming somebody here.
Oh, hold on. All right, I'm going to bring one because he said Lusaka Polite. I'm going to say one that is probably very low on the list, but if I want
Go
to go
down the
full back-
middle. Throw a strike. I mean, there's no reason to get cute.
There's so many
Get
strikes
cute.
left.
Get cute. Get cute.
There's so many
Get
good
cute.
players left
Don't
here.
do number 44.
Nah, get cute.
Come on. You know, I wanted to say it.
Just
You
so
know
we
what
can
he-
say that he was lost at sea.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
I don't know if he's in the top 20.
He might be.
Is
Just
Rob Con-
say who you want to
is-
say.
Well, no, this is not his formal guess, but is Rob Conrad in the top 20?
He is not. And I'm vain enough to expect that you follow when I'm speaking. And I have told you my second favorite pro football game of all time significantly features this guy on a banner play that stands out among the most memorable plays in pro football history.
All right, I'll throw a strike down the middle. You ready?
Yep.
Lamar Smith.
Lamar Smith is number 15, and number 9 is Lamar Miller. I'm speaking as
High school teammate of mine, by the way. Did you know that?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Muzzle tough to
Saw
you.
number 7 run.
I was speaking of Tony Nathan, of course, on the hook and ladder off the right arm of Don Strock to Duriel Harris to Tony Nathan running down the sideline as halftime approaches. Jim Kick is the obvious one at number 5. Mark Higgs.
Oh, yes.
Time. Delvin Williams, Andre Franklin, Raheem Mostert, Benny Malone, Bernie Parmalee, Lorenzo Hampton.
Oh, Bernie Parmalee.
Bernie Parmalee made it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Jay Ajayi and Sammy Smith.
Jay Ajayi.
Once again, reminding me as you look at this list that Don Shula, for all of his greatness, failed Dan Marino.
What a truly dreadful franchise.
Yeah, bad at running.
It really is bad.
Yeah, famously was blamed for that in the defense for Marino not making it back to a Super Bowl.
He should.
But-
for all of his greatness, he really did for the entirety of Marino's career.
Yeah, but as we
Somehow
covered,
not cobbled.
would have made it if Natron Means was called rightfully out of bounds.
He selected John Avery over Randy Moss. What are you going to do, you know?
You remember that?
Hey,
season,
Zaz.
Collins?
Of course.
So over under now. We'll move on to game number 2 here. The average height of a baseball player in the year of the Lord 2026. 6'1".
I was going to say
Over,
6. I was going to say exactly 6'1". So all right, I got to go over under. I'm gonna go over.
You are correct. It's 6'1.5". The tallest position is pitcher, middle infielder, as you would expect. The shortest, 6'2.5", is the average height of a major league pitcher. NBA, 6'6". Over under.
Under.
Incorrect. It's over. It's 6'6.5".
Wow.
What do you got there, Tony?
I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that. A lot of 7+ guys that kind of skew the averages. Not a lot of 5+ guys.
All right. NFL, 6'2", over under.
Under.
It's over. 6'2.5". Obviously, the tallest position is offensive line, and QBs are tall. One more for you.
Mass kicks
NBA, 6'6.5", .5", over under.
6.5 point. What?
6.5.
Oh, okay. Because you said 6.5. What does that mean?
I'm sorry, it's because I'm a dip. 6.5. Over under.
I thought we already did this one though.
Push. I think the answer is a push.
Are you having a stroke? Are you all
Reading
right?
the same way.
You okay?
No, I'm not all right, as you can tell. NHL. 6-1 over under.
Under.
It's over. I was stunned by that one.
6.5.
Well, they're all wearing skates too. The skates out.
Want to do NBA again? I don't know. All right, listen. That one didn't go well. I enjoyed TNT though.
Yeah, good job, Dave. Tony, what is this video you were telling me about going into the weekend? You have some kind of video that I'm going to wind up being afraid of, and I'm telling you, if it's spiders, you would do the last few minutes here on your own.
I promise you, it's not spiders, but it's one of the most terrifying videos I've ever seen. There was a flood in China over the weekend, and there was a endangered snake exhibit or farm of some sort that got flooded out. Those are all venomous cobras in a stream of water. They're venomous cobras in a stream of water, and they have their heads out with their big part of their neck.
It's like a snake army.
It's like a snake army in a river. So they had flooding everywhere, and the snake farm got flooded out. So all they were just going on to all these little houses. And
they're going to make a movie about this.
Yeah, 100%. Look at this. So the cobra's just sitting there above the water. Venomous, super venomous cobras.
Can I tell you something? I hate cobras.
Me too.
I don't like
snakes.
them in
I don't
particular.
like them either.
Can you look? That's like 200 of them
That's an army.
It's an army of snakes. Imagine there's a house at the end of that river, and they're just like going straight into that house. Can you imagine?
Which is the more vomitous, the sea of snakes or those cobras? I'm kind of with you, Mike. Those ones with their heads up and the way they wiggle around as they go down, it really does nausea.
I'll tell you what, if I told you I'm open for investors for my horror movie theater, I would show, that would be one of the opening movies at my horror movie
credits?
theater. Yeah.
That's the movie preview for you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even have to make the movie. Just show that on a loop for about 10 minutes to get people nice and scared.
It was the most terrifying thing I had seen. I was looking at my phone. I was like, "This is the worst thing ever."
It is a little weird that the cobra looks so scary and ominous, but you just start playing a little flute, they start bobbing like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
A wicker basket.
I think, Zaz, the cobra should go underneath your feet.
I was like, I was gonna bite
at the
you,
movie
but this
theater.
thing
All
kind
of
of
a sudden,
bobs.
I'm telling you, hit me up at Zaslow Show if you're looking to invest in what could be a $1 billion investment, Zaslow's horror movie theater.
Is there a scarier thing than what I just showed you from an animal perspective? Because like we did the bear thing, and it was like, okay, like the bear's kind of scary, but it's one bear. This is like 500 cobras swimming.
It's bad.
In a way that you're like, all right, in the water, maybe they can't do something. Like, no, they'll swim faster.
No,
It's
they could do lots of things. Yeah, that's bad. I don't like that. I'll tell you.
Shark.
I'll tell you what I do like though. Oh my God, that video is unbelievable. All right, I'll tell you what I do like though. Guys, it's Friday.
Is it time?
I know a lot of people are saying to themselves, Zaslow, I gotta know.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to spend my time this weekend. And that means you need to tell me, is it a big game? Was it not a big game? That's right.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Big Game or Not a Big Game with Jonathan Zaslow.
All right, gentlemen. What do you have for me today? How about we will start things out? Jeremy, what do you got?
Marlins at Brewers tonight. Sandy Alcantara on the hill. Marlins looking to start the second half on the right note. Big game, not a big game.
All right. What are the records here?
The Brewers are in first place. They're one of the best teams in all of Major League Baseball. The Marlins are 7 games over 500, holding on to that final wild card spot at the moment.
Marlins, Brewers. Where's the game?
In Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee. You know, that's how they originally pronounced it when it was founded, right?
Milwaukee, yeah, of course.
I'm going big game. You think I was going to go that way? That's a swerve. You didn't think I was going to go in that direction.
I didn't think that at all.
Hey, get this. Avoid a 4-game losing streak. No one needs that shit in their life.
Yep.
All right? Get the second half of the season on the right track. I'm going big game. All right.
Big game.
Let's see. Tony, what do you got for me?
Zaz, after a very long time, been a couple weeks, been out of town, been doing this and that, haven't really focused in. Tonight, date night with the wife.
Oh!
Big game, not a big game.
Okay, Tony, date night with the wife. He's been away, out of town, doing this and that. It means he hasn't had sex. Where are you taking her?
Probably go to the Gables, nice little restaurant in the Gables.
Okay. Just the two of you?
Just the two of us. Got babysitter lined up, so no baby. So just me and the wife.
All right. And is the babysitter at your house or is the baby going out?
Dropping off at the grandma's house.
Excellent. That's a game changer. Do you have to pick the baby up at the end of the night or the baby's staying there?
No, I got to pick her up at the end of the night.
Okay. Can you stop home first and then go pick the baby up?
Possibly. It depends on if it's a big game or not a big game.
That right there is a very huge factor, and that's why Tony's date night tonight. That's a big game.
Big game.
Yes.
I'm a big game kind of player.
That's a big game. Dave Damashek, what do you got?
Do you have an extra obstacle, Tony, to overcome? Is she aware of your failure with Giannis?
She does not know, no.
She doesn't know.
No, because I told her that I beat Zaz getting Bobby Portis.
Well, that is true. All right.
Zaz, given the current events, salad over the weekend or no salad? Do I have to avoid all greens given the health scare, the diarrhea that plagues our nation?
Oh, wow. So avoiding salad, is that the question?
Yeah, salad or no salad. Yeah, that's the debate.
Yeah.
I'm going no salad tonight, by the way. No salad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's not a big game. That's not a big game. I mean,
that's not a big game.
No.
My health?
No, that's not a big game. That's not a big game.
Okay.
You'll be just fine. Mike?
Spain. Argentina.
Wow.
The World Cup final. Climate change. Madonna. Lamine Yamal versus Leo Messi.
Spain. Argentina.
Madonna.
World Cup final. Did you say Madonna or Maradona?
Madonna.
Was that with an R? Maradona?
Madonna, the queen of pop.
Okay, I think I know what you're saying. Maradona.
No, Madonna. Diego Maradona is dead.
No R.
Madonna's held together by some kind of masking tape.
Okay, you're talking about Madonna. Spain, Argentina, World Cup final. That's a big game.
Big game.